Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the 2019 Hrebesky Memorial Tournament. It is the final day, and here we are in the game for 17th place. I'm Stephen Stamp, joined by Sarah Andreas. Welcome to the broadcast, Sarah.
Hi, welcome.
And now, wait, you're from Switzerland?
No.
No, Germany.
Germany. I'm from Germany, from Dresden.
From Dresden?
Yes, which is actually a pretty close drive to Prague.
3 hours?
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yes.
Oh, not bad, not bad. And you're an official. You're not officiating at this tournament because you're not as quick as you once were.
Yeah, I'm not on the field, but off field because I'm pregnant in the 7th month now. So I will be expecting a baby in August, and it's nothing for pregnant women on the field, I think.
No, probably not the best time. So it's getting a little reboot going here. I think you may have leaned on the off button on the computer. So we have Hong Kong in the gray with the red and white trim, facing Adler, Deutschland Adler in their teal. They're going left to right. Looks like a shot might be coming there from Evan Mocklin, but instead they move it around and they do get the shot off, turned aside there by Taylor Roach. And Roach looking to move the ball up the field, up the floor, and gets it ahead to Václav Frank. Adler, obviously a much more experienced box lacrosse club. Hong Kong, though, I mean, they're just drawing raves with how fast and how much they're improving game to game.
They are. But I think Adler is a pickup team as well. I know some of our boys from the German league playing in Adler's team.
Yeah, they do tend to be kind of a rotating roster, right? I mean, it's a club that's been around for a long time, but not necessarily always the same players. That shot's off the backboard, comes all the way out. Scooped up there by Jiri Karvinen. He's going to throw it across to the far side. My first chance to call an Adler game or a Hong Kong game at this tournament, so we'll be adjusting to things as we go. Here's a breakaway opportunity for Wing Chung, and he scores. Great little finish. And you can see he just runs up and almost stops on top of the crease and then shoots it in.
Yeah. Yeah, the Hong Kong player seems to be incredibly fast.
They are very quick, and you can see Wing Chung just gets on top of the crease, kind of caught the end of it there. He really sort of just threw the brakes on and was serving. Here's a great look at it.
Yeah, and he chose the right corner.
And you can see a nice job, kind of goes sidearm. Looked to me like he was going to the opposite side there and then brought it back. So a great finish. Hong Kong goes up 1-0. Here's the ball in the stick of Joey Ao Young. He'll switch hands. Most of these Hong Kong players are native Hong Kong, or Hong Kong natives, and they're field lacrosse guys who are transferring to the box game. We have a penalty coming. I think it's a slashing call. So Hong Kong up 1-0, and we'll go to the power play. They've got Jordan West Pratt, who's a Vancouver area native, who is teaching in Hong Kong. He's been there quite a while, so he is at the top of the formation, and he'll run things. He's one of the few guys on the team that has a box lacrosse helmet. I think that's the next stage for Hong Kong box lacrosse, to get all the guys box helmets.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you can not only see they're coming from field by the helmets, but as well by them switching hands and having these time and room shots, which are not usual for box lacrosse.
But they are very much. Oh, here's a drive to the net.
Great save.
Great save, and the shot there. I believe that was Matt Eggerfluss. Eggersglush. And he appears to be a little shaken up behind the net. But it's fascinating. This is one of the great things about watching, I think, the international lacrosse is seeing the development of teams. I've been talking with Scott Browning and some of the other coaches from the Hong Kong team. That's actually Guru Dunbar, who slips. You can see his foot just slides out from under him. So let's see, he's a Irish national, and just loses his footing. Hopefully he's all right. He seems to be going off okay. A little tender on that left leg, and he's getting moving better now. Guru Dunbar is he's a gritty player. But you can see with Hong Kong, like we've seen with so many of the countries that get going in the game, the development from game to game is to get more and more comfortable. And I tell you, these Hong Kong players, they look like they're players, like they're playing lacrosse out there. I'd like to see Jordan West Pratt maybe tuck his pocket in. A couple of them have the pockets hanging out.
I mean, Hong Kong team was a big surprise in the E-box, which just was held in the week before. So none of the other teams expected the team to be that fast and skilled.
Yeah. And just constant. I mean, they're fast and they've shown some skill and developing knowledge. But the big thing is just wave after wave, they just keep coming and running and going.
Yes.
They're very driven, very resilient. Adler coming into the offensive zone. Jamie Plunkett comes to set a pick, and a little slip pick now. Carving in across to the far side. With all the rain yesterday, the turf is a little slick. It's a new turf too, so people are getting used to the way that it behaves when it's wet. A nice save stepping out by the Hong Kong goaltender. Sorry, but we don't actually have the Hong Kong goalies' names at the moment. We're going to see if we can find out, though. I feel like we can. See, they're just listed differently. He's wearing number 30. So I'm not sure who it is. There's Carvin driving to the net. It'd be a crease violation. We have Jansen Chow and Ernie Choi listed as the goalies, but they're listed as number 1 and number 28. And I honestly don't know which of them is wearing number 30. It's also possible, I'm trying to think if they have 3 goalies. I believe they had 3 goalies at E-Box.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that. You can tell by the gloves.
Yes. So, that shot ricochets all the way out to mid-floor. Kicked ahead. Václav Frank was trying to track it down, the pass up front, and Evan Mocklem is going to run into the offensive zone. There's Brian Tyak. Brian Tyak, the coach of Switzerland.
Yes.
And he's out here playing for Adler. So he does live in Germany. He lives in Berlin. So a pretty convenient trip for him to get to Switzerland. That shot heads up out of play. Didn't touch anyone, so it'll be Hong Kong possession. We are playing 2 15-minute running time halves with 2 minutes of stop time at the end of the second half. In all these games, when we get to the gold medal game, all the games until then will be, I believe, the same. Or is the bronze medal game?
And the semifinals and the finals will be
the semis last night.
3 times 12.
And the gold medal game is 3 times 12 minutes stop time. So it's substantially longer than the other games. But the 3rd, 5th, 7th place games are all just the 2x15?
Yep.
Excellent. It's handy having an official up in the booth for issues like that.
Who read the rules?
Who read the rules. Nice finish. Just drifting that shot high to the far side. That was Brian Tyak. Playing all over the floor from one end to the other. And you see he's just going to dip underneath, and the one with Plunkett clearing through, that opened up space for Tyak to come in and just pop that one into the top corner.
Adler goal scored by player number 19, Mikołaj Smigol. Za tým Adler Lacrosse dal gól hráč číslo 19, Mikołaj Smigol.
Wesley Wong surveying at the top. Hong Kong's got a lot of guys circling away and just opening up space. That opens a chance there. And Seven Cheng heads in. Oh, just slipping and falling. And it's a 10-second count on Adler, so Hong Kong will get the ball back, and they're going to push the pace. That pass a little bit wide. Jordan Wong had to go and get it.
That was just unlucky.
Here's Kevin Mack surveying. Here's a little pick. West Pratt handed it off, and then he's setting a serious pick out there. That's one thing you can see with the Hong Kong players. I think they still have to develop with that little slip. Here's a chance, but they need to, I think, be setting harder picks. Getting comfortable with the physicality of the game.
Yeah.
They have no trouble with hitting and taking a hit. Just the some of the physicality. There's McCoy Schmiegel. Had a pretty good run with the German national team at the European Championships 2 years ago. Just a young player. Very, very talented. Carving him behind the back. Misses the net. How old would McCoy Schmiegel be now?
I actually don't know.
I feel like he was
age.
18 or 19 when he was playing at the Euros two years ago in Turku. A lot of talent, young talent on the German team. Per Olter's not able to be here. There's a nice save right on top of the crease. That was Seven Cheng again with another chance. But, I mean, Per Olter's the youngster who's actually he's at Vermont, is he not?
He's in America playing
NCAA Division I
yes.
lacrosse. And he'll be a huge part of the German team for the World Championships. There's Tajak with another shot. Nice save. Throwing the shoulder up by the goaltender. Lob pass ahead. They're going to have a tough time making the 10-second count. Just squeaking across in time.
But there was an illegal substitution.
Yeah, they have 6 guys out. They had 6 guys out on the floor for a fairly long stretch of time there. So that's when it's an official. It must be tough when if you see them changing off the bench and they're going too early, it's easy. But when they just have 6 guys and they're not acting as though anything's wrong, they can kind of throw you, right? Like there are times it throws me. I have to sit there and count. Like, wait, yeah, there's 6 guys out there.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing is actually to watch if there's any breakaway or any fast transition, because there are advantages which they can gain by subbing early. But if you actually can count 6 players in a settled play, that's...
Tajak with another goal, just goes 5-hole, rips it from the shooter spot.
Nice.
Adler with a pretty effective power play. Malte Eggerschluss taking the face-off for Adler. But it is ripped back between the legs of Marco Lung. And that's just a great face-off. I mean, that's a clamp and pull it back and go straight over to Jordan Wong. And here come Hong Kong trying to get that goal back.
Number 67, Jamie Plunkett.
High pressure from the Adler defense. Hong Kong starting to work their way in. There's a shot off the goaltender's foot. Ball's in the crease and it's pounced upon by Taylor Roach. Oh, Roach stepped out of the crease, but it's just a bit too late. The 4-second count comes into play, and Hong Kong will get possession.
There's a hold call incoming.
So Hong Kong going to the power play, and I have just checked, and if you go on ahmemorial.cz, that's ahmemorial.cz, you can see all the stats, you can see the schedule. I'll give you a little tip, go to results rather than program, because program is the schedule, but it's just the schedule, it's not updated. Results has all the updated matchups, so you can see who all is playing today as we place every team from 1 to 24, and Jensen Chow is in net for Hong Kong, but right now they're at the other end of the floor where Tony Ko has the ball. He's their leading goal scorer, and they will move it over to the far side, back to the righties. There's Wes Pratt. There's a little low for him, but he rips one off the post, just reached across. And it's going to roll all the way down when Jensen Chow goes to help out his teammate, and will get a fresh 30 for Hong Kong. Evan Mocklem will go up to set up at the top. Wes Pratt. Wesley Wong down low, and there's a nice little sidearm tuck shot by Evan Mocklem to just squeeze it through the goaltender. Power play ties it up.
Yeah, there were 2 defenders, but nobody touched him, literally.
Yeah, just you can see the little check coming afterwards. Vasa Frank kind of gets on the hands right after the shot was released. Nice job reaching around the defender, use him as a screen by Evan Mocklem.
Scored by player number 20,
And he touches it into the far corner, just off the post. Hong Kong with the ball once again. They're really gaining the majority of the possessions here. It's up top, bouncer. That one goes off the arm of Roach. Tracked down there by Coe. Comes back up to the top, and Kevin Mack will keep things moving. Little change of direction. There's a man right in front. Oh, that's a nifty little attempt. Get the ball. I thought he was going to spin and shoot the...
Wow.
Okay, I haven't seen that. Taylor Roach drops one of his gloves.
Yeah, to reach under the stick of his opponent.
He just went and grabbed it.
Yeah, but
he's got a big smile.
Great call there. The referee served it quickly and easy.
That was an interesting little play.
It was.
And a goalie can, if he's in his crease, can reach out and grab the ball, right? I mean, there's no problem there.
He can just touch the ball inside the crease with his hands.
Yeah, but if the ball's outside the crease, but he's in the crease, he's okay, right? He can reach, like he's kneeling in the crease, he can reach out and grab it, can you not?
No.
Oh, no, so he shouldn't have been able to pick that up.
Yes, so you're right.
Okay.
He can just put it back in with a stick and then handle with a hand in the crease.
So is that okay that he reached out and grabbed it with his hand when it was outside the crease?
No, but he actually checked down the stick of his defender and then tried to reach under it with his bare hand. So I think the withholding call was pretty great as well. Could have been handling the ball, could have been everything, just some possession. Many
options. We are at halftime. It is 2-2 Hong Kong and Adler. We will take a quick break. I'll be back. We'll be back shortly. I'm Steven Stamp with Sarah Andreas. Thanks for being with us at the AHM 2019. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the 2019 Alice Hrebesky Memorial. We are midway through Adler versus Hong Kong, the 17th place game. In case you're wondering if these teams really care about the games at this point, late, they absolutely do. Every placement means something to them. I talked to Preston Plume from Jagged Mountain yesterday, and he was so excited that they'd made it into the top 12. That was their goal for the year, and they were stoked about getting into that situation. It's not all about being at the top of the bracket, because not everyone can be up there. And for Hong Kong, I mean, every game is just about growing. Another player slipping to the ground there as Jordan West Pratt just kind of lost his footing, but he does manage to get it so they can get a quick shot off by Wesley Wong. That one's swallowed up there by Taylor Roach. Penalty coming to Hong Kong. Adler gets across the line. And I mentioned earlier McCoy Schmiegel being part of the German national team, and about 95% I was sure I was wrong. That's an interference call coming. Is that delay a game when you delayed penalty coming, you catch the ball? I mean, he shot it quite quickly before the whistle had gone. But you're really not supposed to shoot it at the length of the floor.
If you see it from the outside, it always looks a little bit, a like a bad behavior, but I am pretty sure that not all of the players are aware that there is a penalty incoming. So
Jamie Plunkett at the top. He was in the booth with me yesterday for a game. I think we're going to have him up here again today, and he's flat on the turf right now.
yeah, it should be in.
And then there's a shot. I'm not sure Plunkett's going to appreciate Malte Eggersfuss taking a shot while he's laying in the crease. And Plunkett's going to stay up the floor. I believe McCoy Schmiegel was actually, I mentioned the German team, I think he was actually on the Polish team for the 2017 European Championships. I'd have to double check. My apologies for getting that one wrong. I do see a lot of players over a lot of tournaments. Plunkett misses that pass, goes down, tracks it down. High shot right off the shoulder of Jansen Chow.
But they keep possession.
Yeah, Jordan Wong was heading to the Hong Kong bench, then realized they said, just go play D. So he races back in, slides into position. I think they want him to move down further into the corner. So McCoy Schmiegel will start with the ball. Flicks it up to Mako. Andre Mako gets the shot, pass back, and rips one near side. Jansen Chow just couldn't get across from post to post in time to stop that one. A little sidearm shot. Finds that open space, and Deutschland Adler goes ahead. You can see Chow moving fairly late. One thing, the Hong Kong goalies, like the rest of the team, really developing their games, and I'm not sure he knew exactly where he was on that one. I don't think he knew that there was that much space on the other side. Also, their goaltenders are fairly small. I mean, the whole team, they're not the biggest guys on the Hong Kong team, but normally you see somewhat larger guys in there.
That's true.
Here's a chance for them at the other end. Diving attempt. He's going to wind up a crease violation after the shot went wide and rolls back out. Go ahead.
I think it's not a disadvantage to be that small if you can use your size. But if they're bending down like this,
yeah, I mean he can stand.
You got a lot of
in a bit of a crouch. He can stand almost straight up, right, and fit inside, fit under the crossbar. Oh, what a great shot by Plunkett! You're just talking about how there's some space over his shoulder, and Plunkett takes advantage right there, exploits it for the soft shot right over the corner into the corner.
Yeah, you can't see the angle from here, but I'm sure there was, yep, top left corner. So, an easy goal for him, I assume.
A big smile on the face of Jamie Plunkett.
Yeah.
He loves to score goals.
Yeah, that's what he's good at, like scoring goals, shooting hard.
We had Jamie Plunkett on Memorial After Hours for a bit of a chat, and he was talking about how one of the fun things playing here was how many people hated him and had the anti-Jamie Plunkett chant going on. Oh my, that almost dropped into the net. Roach is going to run out in 4 seconds.
Yeah.
But that's the least of his problems right now after that one almost went into the net on him. I remember calling a major series lacrosse game, and Mike Poulin was in net for the Kitchener-Waterloo Kodiaks and in Peterborough against the Lakers. And early in the game, he had one of those where, oh, here's a chance, slips away, where the ball just, he got him, made a save, picked the ball up, went to throw it down the floor, and it rolled out his stick right into the net. And I talked to him after the game and said, boy, that's a tough one. Shot there, nice save by Roach, grabs it once again with that empty hand. Now we're going to have a holding penalty coming to Adler. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it is a holding penalty. This one's on Adam Timarek. He'll go for one or less, and Hong Kong will try and eat into this 4-2 Adler lead. But I talked to him after and said, boy, that's a tough one. That's going to feel awful. And he said, yeah, honestly, you just hope it doesn't wind up being a one-goal game. And, of course, they did wind up losing by 1 goal. Be actually interesting to see Mike Poulin having a great year, a contender for National Lacrosse League Goaltender of the Year. And with the Worlds in Langley this fall, you got to wonder if he's in consideration for Canada's team, because he's had a great season. There's so many good candidates, I would think. You know, Matt Vince, Dylan Ward, Christian Del Bianco, Nick Rose, all have to be considered. That's a back in.
Yeah.
Being played by the defender, back towards his goalie Taylor Roach in the crease. Hong Kong gets a fresh 30. There's 26 left on the penalty, so they've got lots of time to work with. West Pratt setting up right in the slot on top of the crease. That one goes off Roach, and it's another fresh 30 to 15 to work with. Oh, they try the back door, and I think Roach just tipped that one away from Seven Cheng. Cheng in there battling with Tony Ko. Adler came up with it.
Nice.
And they get it ahead. Great job. There's Timarek once again. The penalty is over. Now he's going to shovel it across to Brian Tyak, who takes a peek to see if he's getting back open. There's Plunkett. Passes there. He'd run himself out of position. He was checked a little bit as he caught the ball. Karvinen going to pass to the deep man. Timarek couldn't quite get the angle. Not sure that was actually possible. It didn't look like he got the head of the stick in front of the GLE. Here's Evan Mocklam on the run. It's been a big part of this game for Hong Kong. Shovels it across. That pass needed to have a little more zip to it if it was going to get across with the trail check coming. That seems like a field to box adjustment issue. There's a nice shot by Mocklam, but just kind of lobbing that pass over when you're used to having more space and time, and that can get there, whereas here, in the confined space, somebody's coming by the time that ball gets there.
Yeah.
Kevin Mack runs away from a check. Jordan Wong comes out from behind the net. There's a save by Roach. It rolls out. It's going to be picked up for a fresh 30. Jordan Wong with it again. Hong Kong with 4 righties on the floor, which is a common issue in European and Asian lacrosse. There just aren't a lot of lefties. I was talking to the coach of TJ Malasiche before. Oh, that pass is picked off. Nice recovery, though, by Josh Schwal, who played for Israel in the E-Box last week. He's a young player trying to learn the box game as well. But the Malasiche coach, I was asking him for their lefts and rights before the game, and he put 2 L's down and said, that's it. That's all the lefties we have. Penalty coming here.
No strong left.
Illegal substitution on Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So Plunkett will start with the ball at the top. Over to Tyak. Back up top to Plunkett. That pass doesn't quite get through. Plunkett with the forecheck. Swatted away by Hong Kong player. It's not going to be an over and back violation, although the 30-second clock should keep ticking. Oh, they're going to get a reset. Did they possess it? It looked to me like they just kind of swatted it down the floor.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah. I don't see anyone counting, so Garode Dunbar will throw it across. And they do have the full 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Plunkett's shot is blocked. It's flipped back up to Tyak. Nice work down below by Eggerschluss. And that leads to a goal. So saving that loose ball creates a scoring chance that they take advantage of to make it 5-2. McCoy Schmiegel.
Yeah, it looks like the goaltender was out of position as well in this shot.
Starts to go left.
Yeah.
A little bit, and then jumps over to his right. It's an over and back. The ball rolled away, but not too far, so we're not going to get a late game penalty. That's one where by the very letter of the law, that's delay game, right? Just roll it about 10 feet, but kind of rolled it toward an opponent, so. Mako with the hard pass across. That shot by Tyak. Got a little steep on the angle, and it bounces up out of play. Hong Kong comes back the other way. We've got 4 minutes and change to go in the 17th place game. Here's a chance for Hong Kong. They've got a man on the back door. They get it to him. Nice touch pass. And a nice touch finish. Seven Cheng with the goal. That is a very patient play, not just trying to ram that shot home. He just took it very gently and placed it into the far side as he saw Roach coming hard across the crease.
Oh yes, you can see it pretty good on the replay.
Just waiting, right, and letting Roach get himself out of play and going back against the grain. Didn't take long. He just didn't rush it. It was just a nice touch shot. It's a great play there by Seven Cheng. Make it 5-3. They've still got over 3 minutes to go, so there is time for Hong Kong to fight their way back into this. We have actually seen them score in some fairly quick succession because they just keep running. They keep running. They're going to go. You can see West Pratt gets off. Here comes a player off the bench. Oh, that's a nice pass. Big save by Roach on the shot there by Kevin Mack. Roach gets it out to Schwal. Lob pass up to Schmiegel near center floor. Schmiegel cut through and Buss was looking for the pass, but he was covered. There's a shot towards the far side by Mako. Goalie Jansen Chow had it for a second and actually popped out from between his arm and body, but they do wind up with possession. Oh, just a little bit too far, and Roach squeezes that one as Tony Coe couldn't make the catch. There's a long outlet pass. Schmiegel is open. Plunkett can't get it to him. Right idea, but great work. Oh, but he winds up picking it up and shoots sidearm. Looked like Hong Kong had picked the pass off, but Schmiegel got it back and buries it. Alex Pang had gotten his stick on the ball. Just kind of overran the play. Hard for him to see as it tipped up off his stick where it was. And by the time he was able to recover, Schmiegel was already putting it in the back of the net and making it 6-3 into the final 2 minutes of play here. Adler gets it. Joshua Schwal flips it over to Timarek. Nice toe drag. Buss going in. Scores. Nice. That's just Hong Kong getting very spread out and not really anybody coming to help anybody.
Yeah, that's true. He could dodge through 2 or 3 defenders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the body defense which is missing from Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm. Nice job as he's drifting to his left to just, or he's running to his left to drift it back over to the right. Minute and a half to go. It's now 7-3. Adler in pretty firm control. Hong Kong will get possession. I know there are things talking to some of the Hong Kong goalies coming to the bench, so they'll go for the extra attacker. But talking to the Hong Kong coaches, and they're saying some of the things like just getting guys to go onto the floor, because the guy on the door would be waiting until the guy on the front door would be waiting until someone was in the bench coming off a defense, and then he would open the door to let the player out. And they're explaining, no, have the latch ready to go. Have your hand on the latch when he's coming, undo the latch. When he's getting close, loosen it, make sure the door's ready to go. Here's an open net opportunity for Brian Tyak, and that
was a save.
That's a save
by a defender.
I
want to see
Jordan
the replay.
Westbrook. I'd like to see it again. Hopefully we get a replay, because I thought he pushed the net off intentionally and stood there. If you push the net off, the net doesn't have to be in position, but if you push it off intentionally, it's actually a penalty shot, right?
Yeah, but
and if there's no goalie, it's an automatic goal. So let's see. Here's Brian Tyak. He's running in, and West Pratt just. Oh no, he didn't push it off intentionally. He just made the save.
Yeah, I think he just slipped somehow, and he made an unusual save with the back towards his checker, but still.
We're seeing all kinds of new things. He just gets in position.
Yeah.
That's a really smart play by Jordan West Pratt. And I guess if you're going to get hit in one side or the other, better the backside than the front.
I mean, if the net is just pushed away, not intentionally, and the ball crosses over the white line where the plane of the net has been, that's a good goal.
Right.
So Jordan he was actually lucky, because I think the post helped him somehow, but he was...
held him up a little bit. He actually, by the post moving, he slid in a bit, and that almost got him over the goal line, but he was back far enough that it wasn't. 6 attackers out for Hong Kong. 4 of them are righties. They have a couple of lefties out. Good work by Garrod Dunbar. He eventually picks it up, switches to righty, and deposits it to make it 8-3 with the empty net goal. And no Jordan West Pratt there to make the save.
No.
Nice goal for Garrod Dunbar. And boy, that is seriously one of the saves of the tournament by Jordan West Pratt. Just getting in position.
It is.
Now Ernie Choi will go in for the final moments here, and I think maybe you're going with the fresh goalie or the quicker goalie at that point. Is he going to sprint to the bench? Nope, he's going to stay there and play net. Sometimes you will put in the faster goalie if you're going to be running your goalie to the bench for an extra attacker. West Pratt lets one rip hard off the back boards. It's going to be a breakaway for Lau. Choi was partway towards the net, and Lau just can't pick it up, so Choi will grab it. Choi was heading towards the bench and had to run back into his crease, get ready to make the save. And now he is once again sprinting towards the bench. So they are going for the fast runner. Ooh! Václav Frank took that one in the calf, and he is not feeling very comfortable.
No.
Actually looks like maybe the thigh that he's rubbing. 3 seconds to go. And Frank says, no, just go ahead and play. I'm fine. Oh, and it's a goal. Is it good? Count it. Count it.
No.
No, they wave it off.
Time's over.
Evan Mocklem with the shot. I might have counted it. 8-3, 8-4. What's the difference? Evan Mocklem. Has he scored? I want to see if Evan Mocklem has scored. That could have been his first goal ever. We'll see. What do you think? You watching the replay? Is it in?
Yeah.
Oh, we're running all the replays.
Yeah, they're running.
Do you think it was in time? That's a tough call. I mean,
it's a tough call.
That's so hard to say with the. You got to see the clock and when he shoots, when it goes in. Let's look at Evan Mocklem. Oh, he's got 4 goals already. Fine, he doesn't need it. All right, I think it was right. I think it was probably after the buzzer. I was just like, give it to him. Anyway, I am Steven Stamp. I've been joined by Sarah Andreas. Thank you for coming and making your color commentary debut.
Yeah, thank you that you invited me for being here.
All right, we will be back with more of the Alice Hrebesky Memorial 2019 in a little while. Games are going all day. Don't go anywhere.
V zápase o 17. místo zvítězil Adler Lacrosse nad týmem Hongkongu a na ploše už se dosvědčují borci Bundeswehr a Mumbers, kteří se utkají o celkové 15. místo.
Now's your opportunity to explore, coach, and compete in one of the most unique leagues that the sport has ever seen. Contact Seth at lacrosse.co.il.